city I once knew as home is teetering on the edge of radioactive oblivion. A 300,000 degree baptism by nuclear fire. I'm not sorry. We had it coming. A surge of white-hot atonement will be our wake-up call. Hope for our future is now a stillborn dream. The bombs begin to fall and I'm rushing to meet my love. Please remember me. There is no more.
I feel alive. Hello, everybody. I think everybody can
Hey,
hear us. I gotta
I
fix one
can they?
thing. Gotta focus in on there. I think that fixes the camera. Shit, yes, it does. Fuck yeah.
Look at that.
I love it when the
Hey,
cameras work out. So,
that's what's up.
welcome in, everybody. I guess we need to go ahead
Welcome,
and do our
welcome.
countdown, right?
Oh yeah, we do.
All right.
Or we
So,
just risk it. No, hell no.
no, that I mean, whatever you can do, that works. So,
No, thank
all
you.
right, here we go. Going in 3, 2, 1, 1,
One,
2,
two,
3.
three. Fucking perfect, dude.
There we go.
Take that, Chris. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
Kenny's okay. I gotta go on a quick tangent real quick because Kenny's a longtime follower of us. In the chat, he put a dabbing it like the it clown.
Anyways,
Yeah, Pennywise. Hallie
yeah.
and I rewatched those newer movies, the ones that came out in like I don't know a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That first one still holds up because it's like a fun like more horror Goonies movie, and I really like it. Second one, not great.
Not so much, huh?
Second one's not so good. I mean, Bill Hader carries a lot of it. Bill Hader and the guy that plays Eddie, funny enough,
Oh, there you
carry the movie. And at the end of it, you're just like, what? So spoilers at the end of the old school one with what's his name, Tim Curry. It just turns into a, even though it can be anything, any horror or any fear that you have, it turns into a giant spider, and it did that in this one too.
go. Ah,
I
gotcha.
don't know why it did it. I don't know why.
One of
Even
those things, huh?
Hallie has read the book, and the book's pretty fucked up, but she knows a lot about the book and everything. And she was like, "This is bad." She goes, "What the fuck are these lights?" And I'm not gonna go any farther into that. Like,
Yeah, like I've watched the original It movie a long time ago,
mhm,
and I want to say it's one of those things where
the TV movie.
the I mean, dude, the only things I remember are honestly are the clown, which is played by Tim Curry, and I want to say John Ritter is in it.
Yes, John Ritter. It
Yeah,
plays Ben, I think.
and that's all I remember. I've seen bits and parts of the first remake,
The first one's
and
not
I
great.
really, which one? What do you mean?
I
The
mean,
first one?
the very like the TV movie with Tim Curry. Tim Curry pulls that movie.
Oh
Like,
yeah. No, yeah. The actual first movie is whatever. Like it's not
mhm,
memorable for me.
all
Like
we
I said, the
had.
most memorable thing is Pennywise and John Ritter. And then I saw the remake, the first new ones that came out, and bits and pieces, and I was just like, oh, like that's pretty damn good. Like it's not bad.
Right?
Sit down and watch the entire thing. But yeah, I didn't care about the second one. However, since we're on that topic, I will say that I finally saw my first Halloween movie,
Oh,
and it was Halloween Kills, the latest one that came out.
oh.
You know what? It's not bad. I enjoyed it.
That's fine,
It-
but
it-
and I have to look at it this way: that you're not a follower of the franchise, like you're
yeah.
just watching it, which is fine.
So, which is interesting because I watched it with my roommate. Coincidentally enough, because he was a fan. He's like, man, I want to go to the movies.
Mhm.
It's long story short. It turned out like he had a date to go to the movies to go watch this movie with a girl, and then she canceled on him. And he's like, man, I really wanted to see the movie. And I was like, well, we can watch it right here. It's on Peacock. And he's
Yeah,
like, well, I don't have Peacock. And I'm like, well, I have Peacock. And he's just
takes
like,
two
well, let's
minutes.
watch it. So I set it up on his TV in the living room, and then like he's like sits down and like it starts playing, and then I just sit down too, and I'm just like, fuck it, we're watching the movie now. Like it's just started
We're
like
on a date.
it caught my attention. Yeah, sorry, let's hold hands.
Yeah,
And no, it was funny, but like I watched it, and like he's just like, yeah, man, a lot of people are talking shit because he's a fan. Like he's a huge like Halloween fan, and like he was like breaking every single movie down, and like,
right,
oh, this is from like this part, and this is from this part, and like blah blah blah
right.
blah, and and I was just like, oh, okay, cool. But no, I just yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was like really cool. It was so funny too because like after a while, like I came in like after the movie was done. I came in. I think I was like streaming or I was doing something else like la la la. And then I went back out and he was watching it again. And I'm like, oh, you're watching it again? He's like, yeah, you want to watch it again with me? And I was like, no.
We have to dissect this now.
Yeah, like
Look, I watched the one that came out in 2018. I was not a fan of that one, and I know I wasn't going to be a fan of this movie, so I went ahead and just watched Red Letter Media's Half in the Bag of it, and I'm just like glad I
Okay.
didn't watch this movie, so I'm good.
Oh, there you go. See, yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I thought it was like
Well, the
decent for what it
Halloween
was.
franchise. I mean, I'm just gonna get into it because we've been talking about horror movies, but the Halloween franchise is like it's like the Beatles for me. I understand that the Beatles were a huge part of music history and their
Hmm.
impact on music history. Same with
Hmm.
Halloween and how it's basically birthed the slasher genre. I don't think it's that great of a movie. Like, I go back and I watch it and I'm like, okay, this is good. But then, like, I go and watch Friday the 13th and I'm like, okay, this is more my jam.
Yeah, I think it's more of a. I think it's more of a. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like, it's not like mesmerizing, where like mystery. I guess mystery would be the right word behind Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Is that he's just such a very creepy, spooky character.
He's
It's
just evil.
basically what it comes down to. Yeah, it's basically what it comes down to. Because I remember the first time, like I've never seen, like I had never seen a Halloween movie before, Halloween Kills, and I remember the one time I invited a friend to a party, to a Halloween party. She invited her boyfriend, and the dude was 6'7" wearing a Michael Myers mask, and I'm like, fuck that, I don't want
Intimidating.
him here at the party. Yeah, like nope. And so it's like, and that's one of the things that we were talking about. It's just like it becomes more of like the like, man, imagine like standing toe to toe to him. Like
Mhm.
we talk about like Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and stuff like that, but I've never had a conversation with anybody that hasn't been about like Mike Miles. Like, yeah, try to go toe to toe with him. Like, nah, I'm good.
You should
Like,
watch. I can't remember if they're any good because I haven't watched them in such a long time. But I remember liking the first one. Was Rob Zombie redid Halloween and
mhm,
Halloween, and he did a sequel. And the second one, I don't think wasn't that good. But I remember watching the first one, and it's just like the brutality that he makes Michael Myers do in that movie
yeah.
is pretty rough. But like in a good, you're like, it's like one of those times where you're like, he's killing someone, and you just kind of like look away. You're like, okay, that's a little too rough, and that's sometimes what a horror movie needs. That movie gets a lot of shit. Like, it gets a lot of shit, but I haven't watched it recently, so I think I might go back. I own it, so I'm gonna go back and
I
watch it.
think it gets a lot of shit because of he did the other movies, House of a Thousand Corpses and
Oh, the Three from
um
Hell or something like
yeah, the
that,
Devil's
and
Reject or
Devil's
whatever and shit like
Rejects.
that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like because he did those and the Halloween was very different from those,
Hmm.
it gets a lot of shit from like the Rob Zombie fans. But I mean, that's what it comes down to. You kind of got to see it from the other side and just be like, look, I'm watching this as a standalone thing,
Hmm.
not trying to see what else he has done. But I digress. You know, the internet. You know,
Yeah, everyone's gonna be pissed off about something. I don't know.
yeah.
If I loved that newer Predator movie, The Predator that came out a couple years ago.
Oh, the one with what's her name? The girl that was dating Aaron Rodgers,
Olivia
right?
Munn.
Olivia
Yeah,
Munn. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I liked it
I
too.
liked it because I didn't take it very seriously. But if you're taking that as a serious Predator movie, it's it's rough. But if you just watch it as like, this is a stupid fucking movie, it's really fun. It's
Yeah,
really fun.
no, I'm a big Predator fan, and I've enjoyed all of their movies. Like I think the ones that like my least favorite ones are the Alien versus Predator ones, but I can still,
Uh,
well, I could watch the first AVP. The second one, it's rough, but
you're better than me. I
but
can't. I've watched both of them, and I don't want to watch them ever again.
yeah, no, I own the collection of those too, and it's just like I just got to start watching movies again. I don't watch enough movies, folks. I don't.
We got to get
I
you in
just
there. Chat brings up
yeah
you should watch the Puppet Master series. The Puppet Master's fucking goofy as shit. It's just these little puppets that go around killing people, and there's like
yeah.
7 of them.
What's the other one that a lot of people are talking about right now is Candyman because there was a
Yeah, it
reboot.
was getting the reboot or remake. Candyman's. I need to go back. I've never watched any of those movies. All I know is a little bit of the mythos of Candyman, but
Yeah.
I've decided this week on TNT that there's a game called Terrordrome: Rise of the Boogeyman, and it
Hmm.
is a 2D fighter that's very much like Mortal Kombat, but it's
Okay.
all horror movie villains.
What's it called again?
Terrordrome: Rise
Terratron.
of the Boogie. You gotta remember the Rise of the Boogeyman part because there's another Terrordrome made by the same company, and it's not the
Okay.
same game.
Gotcha.
That one's called Reign of Legends, and that's more like horror legends like Dracula, Frankenstein, stuff like that.
Got it.
It
Okay.
doesn't look as good as this. That one you have to pay for. This other one I'm talking about is free on their website. So
Oh, so there you go. And you
I
get
checked it
to
out. It's fun. It's got a lot. It's got like there's a couple characters like Ash is in it. Obviously, he's not a bad guy, but he's perfect for that world.
Yeah.
And there's also the guy from Reanimator, which I don't think he's a bad guy, but they treat him as one. But whatever. Chat ask is the new Candyman directed by Peele? I believe so. I'd have to double
Maybe.
check that. Which
So this game though, this game that you described, is you said it's like Mortal Kombat without masks.
No, it's
Is that
like
what you said?
Mortal Kombat with horror movie villains. Like that's what it is.
Oh,
And it's just
okay.
very like if you pick, there's Leatherface in there. But the thing is, they're not all the same. Like they all like one character's like a zoner, one character has projectiles. Chucky's in it, Freddy's in it.
Child's Play Chucky.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Another movie franchise no one ever fucking remembers is Maniac Cop. Maniac Cop's in it. There's 2 Jason Voorhees. You got the older school Jason from like Jason 1, 2, and 3, and then you have the later. It's not Ken Foree. There's the guy that played Jason in like 6 going forward. He's the one that gives Jason like a lot of the big heavy breathing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's that character's
the one
game.
that takes New York and kicks their stereo.
Yeah, and punches that dude's head off. Yeah. So you know horror movies.
Yeah, no, I know some of them. Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna get more into horror movies in my week. We need to actually start with this icebreaker because we got, thanks to Leftover Ginger again for giving us the update. But the fucking Razer RGB face mask, also known as the Zephyr, is available now.
Hey,
it's available now, but the problem is it's sold out. The first run sold out already. So apparently it released on October 21st, which I believe was Thursday. Yeah, so it released on Thursday. They've been sold out. They released at $99 or $100 for the mask. You can also pay $150. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. The $100 mask comes with 9 days of filters. So I believe it's like 3 filters or something like that. If you buy the $150 part or one, you'll get 99 days of usage. So that's a lot of filters for a pretty good price, especially since a pack of 10 filters is $30.
So, there you go. Okay.
Like it's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I could have sworn
this
thing was going to be $300.
I think we were all talking about it, and we had said it was going to be around like $300. So a price point of $150 is not bad at all.
No, I mean that's not even if you want the extra. It's really a price point of $100 if you just want the mask.
Yeah.
So, but
that's a really good looking mask.
It's really, really nice. So you got the RGB like chroma key stuff in the front. People can still see your mouth, so if people read lips, they can do that. Although apparently chat said they took the mics out of it, so that probably dropped the price of it like big time.
That makes sense. Which is probably why it has the face cover, the face opening in the mouth too, so that they can hear, so they can not only see you, but they can hear you more visibly.
Yeah, but
audibly.
You know how easy it will be to mod this to just put microphones in it. Like, it's not gonna be. It probably won't be that hard. But yeah, if it had the microphones, I'd say it'd be about $300.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna release a model that's gonna have it too.
Oh,
they're gonna be like, get the super upgraded one. Yeah,
the 250
and you can
model.
sound like Bane. Yeah, the OLED model.
Oh god, Somber was all I will say Somber got the OLED switch and it looks pretty good. He showed off.
Yeah.
He showed it in in handheld mode and it looks good.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan though. I'm good.
It goes back to what he said because he explained it, I think, in his unboxing and when he talked about it on stream and whatnot. And he plays in handheld mode a lot.
Yeah.
So that's what it's catering to. If you play in handheld mode a lot, then it's going to benefit you a lot. I hardly ever take out the Switch from my dock because I am not a handheld guy.
Right. I don't either. I'm very when I fly, like when I travel.
Yeah, exactly. And even then, it's like rare. It's like all my flights, like I went on my trip to LA last weekend, and I took my Game Boy Advance as opposed to the Switch because the flight is only 40 minutes. So
oh yeah.
What am I gonna do? You know, but yeah, I don't know. These masks they look cool. I mean, I think it's really funny that they released like right before EDC. I wonder if EDC had them available over there, just kind of like selling them and shit to look cool.
Well, it's because RazerCon was like this week, so they would, of course, if they're going to reveal anything, they have to reveal it at RazerCon. Like they couldn't have waited just one more week. But I don't know. People. The funny thing is, and I brought this up too. It's on the docket. There's an eBay listing that Leftover Ginger also showed me. So scalpers are already going full fledged at it, man. This listing was
You gotta love it.
$7,800 for the Zephyr mask, and the problem
What
is
the fuck?
when I clicked on it, yeah, like chat said, it's sold.
Why?
If you look at it, it says the listing has ended by the seller because the item was sold.
That's so crazy, man.
Which also, they could just be saying that it was sold, like they bought it back from themselves. Like that's like basically inflating the market is what they're doing. So I don't think this sold. I hope this didn't sell to someone that was just a normal consumer. Yeah,
but
it
in this
was
day
only
and
the
age,
$100 one, and it sold for $7,800.
but in this day and age, it's not surprising either that it possibly. There's so much stupid money out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like these people are like, we like to think that they're
Fuck you
not
money.
paying this. Yeah, fuck you money. We'd like to think that there's like this thing not happening if anyone. Like we talk about the video games and whatnot. I was tripping out because one of my favorite wrestlers, Warhorse, is at a convention right now in Houston, and he posted a picture of WWF No Mercy on the Nintendo 64 going for $499. And I have 2 copies of that game.
Well,
One that works and one that doesn't. I'm selling the one that doesn't work for $350.
Also, chat pointed out that the for this listing specifically, it says in the description, Razer Zephyr wearable air purifier. This mask was used in a media shoot for the product. Has been worn a very short time to take photos. I guess that's what jumped the price up, is because it was actually used in a photo shoot, but not that much, bro. Not that much. You know, the picture, they don't even have pictures of it lit up. Like, it's just it off. Like, they don't even have it prototype. On.
And that's the difference, see, because you can see actually the shield in the front, too, of the... Well, this is the one that has the microphone in it, too, right? Oh.
Hold on 1 second. What'd you say, Hallie? Okay.
Hallie, we're recording here.
Well, you have to go through my office to get to the garage, so...
Gotcha.
It's fine. Yeah,
thanks, Hallie.
It's goofy. Look, more of these get stocked as of this recording. Right now, I'm in the Central Time Zone. It's 8:17. They go on sale. The next batch goes on sale at 10 p.m. So I'm gonna try and get me one then.
Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah. I hope you get one. I would have gotten one too, honestly, if I was in the room or the realm of it right now.
Right.
Because even like going back to Somber and his OLED model, I did think about it because he traded in his Switch, got $220 for it at GameStop, and then had a couple of other trade-ins, and he only ended up paying like $10 for it. What a come up!
Why is that $500 when Majora's Mask is only 76 behind it?
Yeah,
that's stupid. Sorry, for audio listeners, I just looked at the picture Eddie was talking about the WWF No Mercy.
Yeah, I'm selling it for $350.
Oh, that's it doesn't work for $350.
$350. It works. It just won't save.
It just won't save. We could fix that. So no, yeah, this is pretty cool. You guys should try. I do not doubt that there is another model coming though. I feel like there will be another model with the mic for like an extra $100. So if so, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna sell this one and then buy the new one. So
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be another model that's gonna come out. This is the first one. They're testing it out. It's nice to buy too, though. Like I said, I wouldn't mind wearing something like that. And that's the other thing too. I think they're gonna release this so we can see how it fits. They can get feedback because look, we have fat faces. You know, some of us have skinny faces. Some of them it's not going to fit.
They already had a beta for it, though. You think they would have fleshed that out in the beta, right?
Come on, man. You know how it goes. What looks good on one day isn't going to be the same as the final product, no matter what.
That's true. They have to see it on their actual customers.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care. Con season's firing back up, and I want to look fucking cool. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm still waiting for the mods where someone's going to take this and turn it into like a fucking Daft Punk helmet.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
This looks awesome. I don't care. Yeah, I see what you're saying. In a lot of the promotional pictures, you don't see the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they took that. Maybe that's going to be in the updated version as well. I'm just
I can't
curious
wait.
on how these silicone straps are going to fit right. I hope they sit
Mm-hmm.
right on my head.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to get that feedback. What kind of adjustable feet, like strap, are we gonna have on that, and whatnot? I'm just waiting for the dudes that are gonna try to smoke out of this thing and turn them into bongs, and then
Yeah.
just electrocute the shit out of themselves.
Oh no, not that part. Oh no, this looks great.
Look at the
Yeah, and
colors, man.
I went, man. I think where did I go recently? I was the only one wearing a face mask. I was just like, man, I'm the only one really. Like, I'm one of the only ones at school that still uses them.
Still uses them.
Yeah,
Is the pandemic still a thing, dude?
that's what they're. Well, Arkansas's mask mandate got lifted,
Yeah,
so like if they don't have to wear them, they're not gonna fucking wear them. But I, on the other
yeah,
hand, I'm gonna I'm gonna wear this to school.
yeah.
You're gonna be
Well,
like, who's the fucking guy working back there?
yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing over here. And I got a story. We'll get into the whole weeks and stuff like that.
Well, let's just fucking get into the weeks then. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm back. Hey, a dinosaur story.
He's alive. Shut up about that movie.
No, what I thought was great. Let me just clarify something, because I didn't catch the audio podcast last week because I was out of town. I was on vacation, a little mini vacation, little weekend getaway, and I thought it was great when you were just like, "Yeah, Eddie's not here. He went out of town for the weekend," and I think like Scotty is just like, "Yeah, to do something stupid," and then you're like to visit his family, and he's like, "Oh yeah." And it's just like there was no follow up behind that, and I was
No.
like laughing my ass off.
I was so gone, it probably just glazed right over. Like,
Yeah, it was so great. Like I was recording that because I was like when I was editing that. So that was funny. So yeah, I went to LA for the weekend. The reason being was because my mom is actually going to be going out of town, and it was her birthday weekend as well, along with my nephew's birthday weekend. And I haven't been able to make it to any of my nephew's birthdays. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, is LA still pretty fucking insane right now?
LA is fucking wild, dude. LA is
I feel like LA is always wild.
Yeah, but like I don't. Okay, so and I say that because I remember when I left, it was like in the apex of getting like a renaissance, I guess you could say, where like things were changing in downtown, like new buildings were being put up, new parks were getting put up, like there was like people walking their dogs out in downtown LA, like it was like huge, right? And when I kept going back, the other years, it was like, oh, I see it like still building up and like it looks nice. This time that I went was like, fuck, this looks grimy as shit.
Oh, it looks like post-apocalyptic New York.
Dude, it felt like we talk about like this, like the New York City setting from like the 70s, like in 80s, like when RoboCop was
the Warriors.
That's what I was like waiting for. Like, yeah, I was just like, man, like this is not going the way it used to go. A lot of like unfinished buildings, and I can say that's probably because of the pandemic.
Yes,
It's
I would say
because of
that.
the pandemic and everything that was going on. But yeah, no, people like my brother went to Disneyland, and he said that nobody was wearing a mask at Disneyland.
Oh, I've seen people like first of all, before pandemic, you couldn't pay. Like, I'm not a Disney World or Disneyland kind of person. I'm just not. It seems like wasting a lot of money, especially. I don't want to profile, but people that don't have kids and they go to Disneyland are weird to me. They just are. I apologize if I call anybody out on that. It's just weird. I've always, I guess, growing up, it's just been used to like that's where you take your kids. That's where you go. Because all kids want to go there. I wanted to go to Nickelodeon Studios, but that shit don't exist anymore. So
yeah.
I'm fucked.
As a former card holder of the Disney Annual Pass for about 5 years, yeah, I politely and with all respect say fuck you.
Okay, fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. That's
but no,
fair
it's
enough.
No. There's people that have their moments. And
did
all
you go
that
to the
stuff
secret restaurant?
I didn't know. You have to be invited into the secret restaurant.
What?
That takes years. Yeah. Oh, dude, there's. I went with one of those adults that you say like, because usually it was just me, my sister, and my cousin. Okay. We just go and we just like mess around, grab some food, like blah blah blah.
Because it really is its own fucking world.
And it's its own fucking world. And that's all we did. It was just like, we have time, why not? And it was still at the time. I think it was like at the time we had it was like $80 for the year or something like that.
Unlimited entry?
Yeah, well, it was like certain dates, like certain blackout dates and whatnot.
Yeah,
because you're a Southern California member, like you get that
you live
special
here,
price.
so.
And then we just got grandfathered into it.
Oh,
okay. But I digress. I won't get too off the topic from it. But to finish off the Disney story, is I did go with someone who like knew every single thing about like Disneyland,
right?
Where she was like pointing out like, this is where the secret Mickey thing, this is where this and this and that, and this is it. And I'm just like, okay, like I don't care, like I really don't care. Like I'm here just to hang out, get myself a Dole Whip, and fucking.
I don't know what that reference is, but sure.
Dole Whips are like these like little pineapple like whipped smoothies that like from the brand Dole. Yeah.
Oh, Dole. Okay, like banana
Dole
and all
Whip.
that shit. Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, she mentioned the whole restaurant thing and how she had been trying for like almost like 7 years to get in, but you have to be invited.
Right. You have to spend enough money where you become noticeable.
Right. So a member has to invite you in, and then I guess they have like their set prices and everything like that. Like you can't take pictures from it inside. You can't like.
This sounds It sounds like a Disney glory hole like session. Is like you're getting invited for this shit. Like what the hell?
Yeah, I from what I understand, like it's just like when you walk in there's like they tell you like turn your cell phones off, like la la la, and all this stuff. And like if you like if you're caught like with your cell phone and stuff like that, they don't kick you just out of the restaurant, like they kick you out of the park, like you can never come back, type of deal.
Oh, okay, your body just washes up on shore.
yeah, you know what I mean. But anyhow, so I went to LA. My brother was at Disneyland. I saw that stuff, and he said that no one was wearing masks. It wasn't enforced or anything like that. LA seems to have a mask mandate on as well, like where you have to wear it in certain events, like going to gyms and whatnot and showing proof of it. But they're not really pushing the issue. It's kind of like there's a sign at the door. Come on.
Yeah, we have to legally put the sign up, but it's just like whatever.
Yeah, so it's the same thing how it is here in Vegas. But yeah, I think the great thing about everything was that I got to see a family that I hadn't seen in almost 3 years. It was my nephew's third birthday party. Yeah, and like I missed the first two, and then that's when we started talking. Like I started talking to some family members, and I was like, "When was the last time I saw you?" They were like, "Well, it was for this baby's baby shower," and I was like, "Holy shit, that's been 3 years!" Like, so it was
he
nice.
lived.
yeah, like, oh, he's alive. Let's go.
The birth happened.
And you know what? And you know what? And there was some kind of like morbidness to it too, because like I was talking with my uncle, and like I mentioned, my mom's gonna be going out of town. She's gonna be going to El Salvador and whatnot, like blah blah blah. My uncle said he's going away out there too, and I was like, well, why are you going out there? He's like, man, like we've lost like 3 or 4 like family members in the last 3 years. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So it became like this thing where like my mom started talking about like the sisters and my aunts that like we've lost. And then my uncle was like, yeah, I lost like, he's like, I lost so-and-so, I lost so-and-so, I lost so-and-so, and then so-and-so just passed away. And I'm like, so how many of us are there now? And there's like not a lot. Like, so the connection to the old world is kind of like dying.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no one that's like keeping that stuff going anymore.
Yeah, so it became a little bit morbid and stuff like that, but it was nice to be able to just see them and hang out with them and you know just kind of like sit around and drink and watch the Dodger games and watch the kids run around, and so it was just like it was cool. Like that was like very very.
Heard them
like,
Dodgers
very, very cool.
went from a miracle thing to basically being done. I don't know.
They went from a miracle thing to basically being done to there was a potential comeback. And then they lost it. And then they just freaking lost it.
Well, it's good that a Dodgers fan can just be like, yeah, we fucked it up. It's all right.
Yeah, they fucked it up. Yeah, too many mistakes and everything like that, but it is what it is.
Didn't they have a playoffs game at like 2:00 on a Tuesday? Like, who the fuck's going to show up for that?
People showed up. Yeah, people show up. People call off, man. People will call off. Yeah, people will call off and do those, yeah. But dodge those wins, but don't.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. So aside from that, my weeks have been pretty mellow. I've been playing Castlevania Circle of the Moon, which is a very tough Castlevania game for the Game Boy Advance. It has everything that you want from Symphony of the Night and all the difficulty you don't want from the first Castlevania game.
No, I love the first Castlevania game.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's honestly, I like the characters. I like the dynamic they're going with. I like the exploring. And just when I thought, I tell myself like, oh, I should be done with it in 2 days because I always look it up. How long is it going to take to beat this game? And it says 8 hours. I'm not your average guy that's going to beat it in 8 hours. I'm going on my 4th session, and it's kind of long, but it is what it is.
I recently saw someone, I think, well, it was Liam formerly of Super Best Friends. I think he's huge into the Castlevania DS games, or not DS games, but Game Boy Advance games. And I think there's something in this game that you can get that turns you into a skeleton, like the enemy skeleton.
Yeah.
And you throw bones, but every once in a while you throw this big fucking bone, because your bones only do 1 damage to anybody.
Yeah.
But that big bone does like 1,500 damage.
It's the I think it's the summons. So you get like these like tarot cards that you can collect, and if
Okay.
you can combine them, you can summon certain things. And I think that's what one of them is. Like
he's downing bosses and like phases of Dracula with this tarot card. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack.
It's no, you're good. You're good. The Castlevania games are fun. It's like the Game Boy ones are the ones that I have never visited. So I'm glad that I'm actually going through them and having a blast and looking forward to more. Like I started realizing like how much I really do enjoy Castlevania, and I hardly ever revisit or talk about it. I usually kind of like Super Castlevania 4 is the first Castlevania game, and then nothing else. Bye. No, I've played other games, but that's the only one I talk about all the time. So, it is what it is. Aside from that, I played Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story.
Now,
I don't know. Dude,
I saw your
if you
tweet
remember
about this. I saw your tweet about it, and I was just like, oh, I guess it wasn't good.
Dude, we talked about this, like how it had controversy and whatnot, because like a couple episodes back we were saying how it was trying to get censored and whatnot because people were complaining that the girls' boobs were too big and whatnot.
Oh, it's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those, but there's so much more wrong with this game than just the boobs.
It just sucks.
The thing about it, like I turn on the game, the main music in the main menu gets me going. I'm like, this is gonna be a great game. This song sounds amazing, and that's about like it was just one of those things where it's supposed to be a survival horror game with a twist.
Okay.
And I don't know. As far as I got, she's on her way to a date. She gets bumped in by somebody. She's got cybernetic like eyes, which is what she feels is the reason why she's seeing all this stuff like happening around her.
Oh, I know this game now.
Yeah. And it just, you get sucked into this apartment and you have no idea why. But from what I gathered is every floor is basically the same thing where you have to put away this apparition that's haunting the area.
Right.
By collecting certain things. But the dumb thing about this is it just feels like you can interact with everything until the point of where you know what you have to do. And then everything else becomes uninteractive until you find the one thing that is interactive. So it's a lot of stupid backtracking. Like you'll pass by a thing that's like, oh, this looks neat. This looks interesting. And then you have to go through every single thing before you get back to it. And you're like, this is what you're supposed to do. Oh, I need that thing back there. And you go back to it and it's just like, yes, this is the thing I need. And I'm like, what?
I don't think point and click adventures were probably your favorite growing up, were they?
No. I like point and click adventures. I played the Back to the Future ones. I played the Batman ones. I played the Walking Dead ones. Okay. So I enjoy them. This one is done wrong. Like, first of all, it comes down to like
Steam says it's very positive, so I think you might be the one that's wrong.
No, dude. This one, people say it wasn't tested. First of all, like the developer was like, "We have no tests." He's like, "I'm doing this, and whether you like it, it is what it is."
Oh, okay.
The fighting system, there is no fighting system. It says X to attack. No, X is to dodge, and that's it. And your bracelet breaks, and then you can't dodge again. Third, there's a game breaking section that if you don't do it right or the frame rate doesn't come in right, it freezes the game and you can't progress any further. And it has not been updated.
Well, you bought it, so they got
you. I know. I'm the idiot that bought it. Yeah. It looks cool. It sounds cool. My breaking point was when like there was an enemy coming at me and I was trying to dodge it so I can figure out this fight mechanism, and it didn't do anything. It literally just walked past me. And then it looked at me, turned around, looked at me, and then it disappeared.
Oh,
And I was like,
okay.
yeah, it's not scary. It's predictable. The girls look great, and that's about it.
The girls look great.
That was about it.
Wait, where's the
That's
score
all
for this thing? They don't show the score. Maybe the score. I have to log into Steam. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because I saw it was like a 55.6%, I think is what it was.
Oh,
When I looked into it. So yeah, that was that. So I played that. Other than that, I went to wrestling last night. That was great. Yeah, Impact Bound for Glory, which is basically Impact's version of WrestleMania. And that was pretty solid. I got to see a couple of really good wrestlers because it was a cross promotion thing. They had people from AEW, AAA,
Cyberpunk
New Japan.
Cyberpunk was CM Punk there?
No, CM Punk did not show up there, but it was fun just seeing everybody there. There's a lot of title changes, a lot of good stuff. I was able to take my nephews, and that's what I was gonna say. Like I think we were talking about like the mask and whatnot, and we were at the venue and people were wearing masks. The reason why I had 3 extra tickets to take my nephews because I had a friend who did everything possible to avoid getting COVID. He's fully vaxxed and everything. His family's fully vaxxed. And guess what? He still got COVID. So, does the pandemic exist? Yes, it still does.
Wear your fucking mask. Get this Razer mask and wear your fucking mask.
Yeah, so... But no, that was fun. And I won't get too into the details of the wrestling stuff and whatnot because it's just, it's a show. If you're into wrestling, you like it. If not, it is what it is. But the kids had a good time.
I was gonna say it was just like it wasn't like a whole lot of like anything crazy happened. Just like this is wrestling. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's wrestling. Yeah, it feels like an independent show because it's a small. I mean, the area we were in only fits 1,400 people.
Oh wow!
So we hear boom, boom, everything.
Almost every seat's a front row seat.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it felt like. So, but it was fun. It was great seeing some of my favorite wrestlers in there. There was a couple of good debuts, some surprises and whatnot. But yeah, no, I was that was fun. And the kids got to enjoy it. So
yeah.
Aside from that, I picked up 2 things. That's what I was trying to get, and I completely forgot. I got myself. I don't know if anybody knows. I'm a big Earth Defense guy. Like, I don't know if anybody knows Earth Defense Force.
Scotty and I have talked about wanting to play that for a TNT, and I think I brought it up to you, and you were just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Earth Defense Force is the shit. So, I have 3 titles, I want to say, on the Xbox that I got digitally, which is 2017, 2019, and I can't remember the other one. But the third one that I can't remember, these are mindless shooters. That's what they are.
Yeah, you're fighting big insects and aliens and all this other stuff.
Oh, and Insect Armageddon. That's what it's called. I think it's called Insect Armageddon. So that third game, Insect Armageddon, is actually story based. Like it's an actual you get details and stories and cinematics. There's another one for the PS4 that I haven't been able to get because I have to import it. But my buddy was able to find a physical copy of Earth Defense Force 5 because this one's only physically available digitally available in North America. Only select few stores had them.
That's the one. That's not the newest one because there's a newer one that's not as good as that one.
Iron Rain. Iron Rain is the one that's another story-based one too, which is why I'm interested in it too. So I picked this one up for like $20, which is great. Earth Defense Force. At all.
That's a good game.
It's a solid one. I picked up this book, Hideo Kojima, The Creative Gene. Look into the mind and inspiration of Hideo Kojima.
Oh shit!
How books, movies, and music inspired the creator of Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid.
Wait! I need you. Tell me how many pages are in that book right now.
There are.
Keep all this.
251.
251. That book needs to be 5,000 pages long to get Kojima's brain into it.
Well, I mean, it's just inspiration, though. That's not his actual brain. It's
not
things
like
that
his
inspired
memoirs or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah. So I got that. I'm excited to read that because it's a hardcover. Hardcover? I don't know.
Yeah, you should read it aloud in Discord. Like have nights where you like read it out loud with everybody.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
In the Scottish, because Scottish Eddie is best Eddie. That's what I gotta do.
That's just because Chris said that one time.
Chapter 1. Anyhow,
go check out the YouTube channel coming out this week for that reference.
There you go. So we got that. I had that, and then I got a gift. I actually got my first gift from a viewer. Who wishes to remain anonymous.
Was it a dragon dildo?
No, it's not a dragon dildo.
Not a dragon one.
So, yeah, it's a dragon. No. So they got me a Earthbound gift package from Fangamer.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's the one that comes with like the Nest hat. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? That I'm
Yeah, that
wearing
looks
right now.
great. That looks real good.
Yeah. That I put over my headphones. So yeah, it comes with the little the hat, the Franklin badge and pin, which is what I got right here. I'll show to the viewers that are watching.
Oh, nice.
It's like this is like just a regular button pin, and then that's an enamel pin that we have right there. And
That's
it comes with
the
this.
that's the thing you always see in Smash.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And then you see the shirt, the actual like shirt that
Yeah, I'm
came
trying
with
to
it
find
too.
this stuff on Fangamer. I think I only found the backpack or something like that.
Yeah,
Show it off to everybody.
what I thought was really cool, honestly, aside from like that, I was like, oh, like it comes with the little enamel pin. To me, I really enjoyed the package of the hat because it came like in like this kind of like
Hatness.
popcorn, like Cracker Jack, like baseball thing.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's called the original Hatness. Excellent source of guts because it's a reference to Earthbound. Uh,
Huh. The backpack is called Backpackness. Oh yeah, you gotta search
yeah,
them up by the name. Here it is.
yeah. So
Hatness,
Hatness, shirtness,
shirtness. Here, I'll
yeah,
show them to the audience.
backpackness. Mm-hmm.
Ha! I get it. That's really cool.
Yeah. So that was pretty sweet. Like that I got that. And the hat, like I said, it's cool. The shirt, geez, the shirt is fantastic, man.
It's
I
Turkish
don't even know
cotton.
how. Yeah, Turkish cotton, 100% Turkish cotton feels like a fucking dream.
Feels good on the
I
nippies.
it just felt so comfortable, dude. Oh yeah. Oh, like
Oh
super
yeah.
super good. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. So no, yes, there will be a well, that's basically what we if we do the recording on Sunday, which I don't even know we're doing one for Halloween, but this week I will most likely be playing Earthbound in the Ness outfit because it is Halloween. So,
Very nice. I have not thought of anything to dress up as for Halloween. I got my Sonic onesie. I could just do that, I guess. I mean, we're not going anywhere, so that's one thing too.
there you go.
If we do the podcast, which I doubt we're going to do it on the 31st, but we'll see.
If we do it, it's just going to be you and I again. And you're going to be Sonic and I'm going to be Ness and then we're just going to fucking play Smash Brothers. That's the podcast.
But we have to we have to play as Sonic and Ness all night.
That's it. That's it.
That sounds like a terrible idea for a podcast. It sounds fine for a stream, but I don't know about
Yeah.
podcasts.
It's a bonus podcast.
Oh,
We're just
God.
here talking, like shooting the shit and talking.
It's actually
smack.
not a recording. It's just a straight up stream from this channel.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Like what's going on?
Oh,
so,
we'll
but
see.
yeah,
I'm for it. We'll see.
that was my week. Those were my pickups, and yeah, easy peasy.
I have had some boring ass weeks. I'm trying to fluff my weeks up with shit that I've watched, but so anyway, I've been watching more horror movies. We watched a shit ton of horror movies this week. We watched some not good horror movies, and we watched some pretty good horror movies. And I want to talk about the pretty good ones because so when Get Out first came out, if people don't know, it's Jordan Peele's like debut director breakthrough, and it was a horror movie, and I'd always heard good things about it. But when I told her, I was like, oh, Hallie, let's watch this movie. She goes, that sounds dumb. I don't want to watch that. I finally got her to watch it last night, and we absolutely loved it. It was so good. Like, I highly recommend
What movie was
it.
this again?
What was it?
What movie is this again?
It's called Get Out.
Oh, that's the from the Key Peele guys, right?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, dude, sorry, my cat was distracting me, and I
You're
completely
just like, I am not listening to this fucker.
Yeah, I am not listening to anything.
But no, yeah, it's from Jordan Peele, and it was very, very good. I don't want to get into too much about the movie. If you don't know what the movie is, it's obvious. There's some racial things going on in the movie. It's very
Be afraid
key.
of the white people.
It's white people. Look, I said we were watching that movie. I said these honkies are fucking crazy. Is what I said. These honkies are fucking crazy. And the thing is, the movie, and I'm not going to get into details because it's still kind of a newer movie, and it's still good. I want people to watch it. But I was able to predict a lot of things that were going to happen. But the movie was shot in such a way and the acting was so good that I was like, okay, it's fine. Even though it was predictable, it was totally fine. And then the ending threw me for a loop because I totally thought it was going to be one thing and it 180'd and was the complete opposite. I was just like, oh shit, awesome. I love this movie now. This movie's so good. So I highly recommend that movie.
I had to look it up. I had to look it up right now because you said it's fairly new, and I was like, how long ago did it come out? It'll be 5 years in January.
Fuck. Fuck.
Hell.
I finally watched it almost on its 5th year anniversary.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
I can tell you a movie that wasn't great. We watched there was a movie in the early 2000s. It was a remake of a 1981 horror movie called My Bloody Valentine. And this was around the time in the early 2000s. My Bloody Valentine got a remake, and there was a new Jason movie that came out. Or, I'm sorry, Friday the 13th. And one of them has Jensen Ackles from Supernatural, and the other one has Padalecki. I can't remember his first name, but he's in the other one. And I was like, oh, I had seen the Friday the 13th one, and I was like, this is pretty good. I wonder if the My Bloody Valentine one was good. No, it wasn't. Wasn't good. It's a movie where I sympathize. Everything that the killer did, I was like, yes, you should do that to these characters, because all of these characters you're killing suck. They're not good people. They're bad. The one person that's supposed to be good, she sucks. She just totally sucks.
That's crazy. I think it's interesting to me that you brought up that movie with Jensen Ackles, simply because he's also been in the, not really as much as Alec Baldwin in the news. Yeah. Because if anybody heard about what happened with Alec Baldwin, that's just fucking crazy.
It happened with Brandon Lee on the set of The Crow.
Yeah, but Jensen Ackles is in that movie too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That movie that I don't even know what the movie they were shooting was.
It's called Rust, and it's supposed to be like an old-timey Western movie. So I was like, oh shit, the Jensen Ackles is in this? Like, let's go. And then I was just like, oh fuck. Yeah. It's kind of fucked up because like I feel like Jensen Ackles doesn't really do a lot of movies, and then the movies he has done have been like oddly weird or shitty. You know what I mean?
I mean, he started on a soap opera. That's how he became an actor. And he was the first, I think he auditioned and got a callback for being Captain America, but he turned it down because it was going to basically end Supernatural.
Oh, wow. Really?
He had built so much stuff with the Supernatural crew that he just didn't want to throw it to the wind. And he goes, yeah, it sucks. That would have been a role that obviously I wouldn't have had to work for the rest of my life, but this is more important to me because it's something I've helped build. And I was just like, you know what? You're pretty fucking cool.
Him. Yeah,
he's also like a huge musician that plays a lot of music with people from the show. Like Corey Taylor from Slipknot's friends with him.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like Jensen Ackles is a pretty cool dude. Like,
oh shit. Well, there you go.
Now I hope no news comes out where it's just like Jensen Ackles is a monster, and I'm just like, I gotta retract that.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think he's. Well, you never know, right? But he seems pretty good, honestly. Yeah, I would question the other guy.
Jared Padalecki. What is it, Moose they call him in the show sometimes because he's so big.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, you should go watch Get Out. Don't watch My Bloody Valentine. We were watching, I can't remember some of the other things we watched, but they were good. We're having fun. We're finally getting into the ones where we know they're good. We're not really since it's the last week of October, we're not being really adventurous with our picks. We're just being, we watched Army of Darkness. She did not like Army of Darkness at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She goes, this is not a horror movie. And I was like, it's a medieval comedy with horror elements. And she goes, that's not a horror movie. She goes, that is exactly what you just called it. And I don't like it. What else did we watch where it was something that was funny and she just was not having it? Can't remember what it was, but we're gonna start getting into stuff like The Thing. We're getting into Return of the Living Dead, The Blob. Like we got some good ones to finish up. The Frighteners. Watch Rubber.
Yeah, that's one of I've never seen Rubber.
So I'll let you talk about Frighteners, then I'll tell you what Rubber's about.
Yeah, Frighteners is just one of those movies that I remember because it happened to be on TV and Michael J. Fox was in it. And I was like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? And so it turned out to be a decent Like, you know, a decent, like, I
Yeah,
don't
I'd
remember
have
it
to.
as much,
I
but
never watched it, so I can't talk about it. So
oh, there you go. It's a if I remember it, and if I remember it correctly, Michael J. Fox's character is a ghost trying to avenge his killer. So sort of like Ghost, but not
okay,
really Ghost.
but worse.
Um, yeah, but like so, but yeah, and or he's chasing a ghost. I don't remember the movie.
Just
I
watch
guess
Ghost.
just watch Ghost.
No,
Just watch Ghost.
Rubber is the story of a I think it's like a possessed tire that goes on a killing rampage that ends up finding love.
Oh shit! It's one of
Yeah.
those movies.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just you get tire related deaths. It's great. So, oh, I was talking about the It movies earlier. I think at the beginning of the podcast. Yeah, we just weren't a fan of those. The first one's great, but that second one's real rough. And what? Oh, I can't remember what else we watched, but those were the notable ones. I also wanted to note that I almost had to kill a kitten because they broke my bong, which made me
Oh
really
no.
mad. Yeah, I had it in the kitchen. I was cleaning it, and I was like, I'm gonna go do something. And then I think I went somewhere, and 10 minutes later, Hallie texts me. She goes, "Wigwam." Wigwam's the name of one of the kittens.
Uh
She goes, "Wigwam broke your bong," and I was like, I'm gonna kill him. And then I got home. I was very mad. Like I was yelling in the car. I was like, I do everything right, how I'm supposed to. I think they're gonna be like Christmas. So
huh.
there's
Okay.
6 months, yeah. And
I asked that because like when I went to LA, I had dinner with some friends. She is a cat lady.
oh yeah.
She has her husband, her son, everything, but she's a cat lady. She likes having at least like 4 cats in the house.
Oh
Like it's
jeez.
always a thing. And she recently lost like 2 this year, like one at the beginning and then like one fairly
Ooh,
recently.
not fun.
So we were talking about your cats, and I showed her the pictures, and she's like, "I want one. Like, where does he live?" And I'm like,
Oh my
"Well, you gotta
god.
go all the way. Like, we gotta travel for that
We
cat. We
gotta
just
go
can't like,
across 2 time zones, maybe 3 time zones.
yeah." And I was like, "We just can't like, petsovernight.com and shit. You know, that's a Grand Theft Auto reference, which we'll get
Oh
into.
shit, yeah, we will.
Yeah,
No, we still got them. There. I mean, Wigwam actually watches TV with us. He'll sit in the bed with us and just watch movies with us.
Wigwam's the one you're keeping.
Fuck Wigwam. I want Seymour. Seymour
You're keeping
asses.
Wigwam and Seymour.
No, we're probably gonna end up fucking keeping all of them. We got Pizza. She's the little diva, and then we have Avocado. Avocado is the fucking. She's like the scrappy girl. That's basically
Uh-huh.
what she is. I hate all of them. Don't have. I have 9 cats in my house right now, Eddie. It's fucking insane, bro. Because I have my 4 cats that we're not getting rid of, and then we
Yeah,
have
and then you
these
got the
4
little
kittens
kitten.
and the mother. So
Dang.
it's fucking insane. I clean every day. I clean every day, Eddie. I think I'm gonna get a Roomba, but I'm afraid that the hair from the cats would kill the Roomba. So
Yeah. What was it that I saw? I saw something very, very terrible on Twitter, and I'm not gonna look for it right now. But
okay.
somebody made some man-made sculptures of
Oh yeah.
cat hairs. You know what
No.
I'm talking about? From cat hairs, and I'm
Oh,
like,
hold on. Cat hair sculptures. We need to let people see these. They're
I think
terrifying.
I want to say I think it was Dr. Orochi who retweeted it, and
I can't find it.
they show some genitalia on there, so be careful.
Oh wait, they do show genitalia? I can't show
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah, they're very detailed. They're very
Oh
detailed.
no, I can't show this.
You found it, huh?
That's a ball sack and a wiener.
It sure is.
I mean, there's one here that you can't show that one. Nope, can't show that one. Never mind. Just Google. What I Googled was cat hair sculptures Twitter, and it's the first thing. It's terrifying. I don't ever want to see that again.
Yep. Very fucking terrifying.
Anyway, cats
Gave
are
me the
terrible,
shivers.
but I love them. We recorded some footage for Shovel Knight, and I fucked it up. I messaged you, yeah. So we recorded, had a really fun time. Those episodes. Spoilers. I was able to fix shit, and I saved it. So basically, what happened was the game audio was capturing my mic in OBS, so I had double audio from me, and it sounded terrible. But we got those episodes coming out, and we got a little disclaimer at the beginning. But everything, Eddie was the quality person on that one. He viewed them after I edited them. He goes, "This is some funny shit." So
I had a great time revisiting. I mean, I had forgotten some of the stuff that we talked about too, and so I was just like laughing at what we had going on. So that was solid. That was a good time. And I didn't realize how much I enjoyed like I know you were talking about it like when we were recording. You're like, oh, the music and this and that and like la la la. And then I started like rewatching them, and I'm like, man, this game is fucking great.
Yeah.
Like I just need to play it. Like yeah, like I just need to fucking get that collection and I looked into it. Yeah, it's available on the Switch. I could just easily get the treasure trove physically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Totally can. It's good. It's very, very good. I'm glad we only got through. I mean, we can talk about it a little bit. We only got through the first 2 bosses because we also did a podcast that day. So we were losing some steam. But those episodes are really funny, and we're not going to remember any of the voices that we gave any of the characters except for like Shovel Knight. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, no, and that was a funny thing too, because when Chris said Scottish Eddie is best Eddie, I was like, who the fuck did I give the Scottish accent to? And it's the fucking Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
I told you, I was like, you'll be Shovel Knight, and then Shovel Knight didn't talk for a long time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was great.
When you finally did his voice, it threw me for a fucking loop. It was great.
Hey, I'm Shovel Knight.
But those should be, I mean, this week, Final Fight just finished. So this is the first week where that Shovel Knight episode will be coming out. So check it out on Friday. So, also, I follow a streamer called Simply, and he is a Super Mario 64 speedrunner. And one day, after his runs, he had some rough runs. So after that, he was like, okay, we're going to watch this video on YouTube. It's from a guy named Bismuth. Or I'm sorry, a person named Bismuth. And basically, it's a video called The History of the A Button Challenge. Which, basically what that is there's a challenge in Super Mario 64 to get all the stars, or certain stars, with the least amount of A buttons possible.
Yeah, it's all the stars in the first area, Babam Field.
Well, that's then it evolved into every level and every star. Like, there are some levels, like, think about TikTok Clock. Like, how are you going to get through that one with all the shit you got to jump through? And these videos are, like I said, Bismuth on YouTube. Go check them out. There's How Gaming Most Iconic Challenge Was Invented. This is the history part 1, which, if you look, is only about a 15-minute video. And then when you go and look at the second video, it's like an hour, and you're like, ah, shit.
even so, like, they're very much informative videos. Yes. It's a lot of information being thrown at you, because I'm not gonna lie, I was watching the first one and I was just kind of like, I don't know about this.
You gotta pay attention. Like, you gotta remember shit. The first video builds so much stuff that you're like, I gotta remember all of this to understand what the fuck's going on in video.
Yeah, what's happening? Yeah.
What is insane is, like, some of the early stuff, the early tracking. I don't know what this website was, but it was like, it was just like verified by some guy with like no credibility. And that's what people went. That's how they went and like verified their runs. Where this guy was just like, looks good to me.
that was the internet back then, you know.
Walter Dale. Oh, the Walton Dell website is what it was. It's
on my IBM that has Windows 95.
But no, you guys should go watch these videos. Sit through it. If you got like an hour and 15 minutes, watch through both of them, because there's so much. The second video, basically, this dude just revolutionized everything and broke this. It basically broke Super Mario 64 down, and is basically manipulating the game. Not even manipulating the game, because the shit is in the game. So it's just like using the code to do crazy shit. I can't explain it enough and do it justice. Just go watch the video. It's really, really, really good.
When you sent it over, it reminded me, and I'm looking them up right now. There's a video that I had watched. Someone did Super Mario Odyssey no jump challenge is what they did. And that's what it really reminded me of. I was just like, oh, I guess this has been going on for a lot longer than I expected. And this dude like went like run after run after run, and making sure that nothing. Game Champ 3000, that was his name. Can you beat Super Mario Odyssey without jumping is the video, and I'll post it on the link right there. And he goes about it like with I guess one of the things that they talk about in this video, where they're like, oh, if you press the A button when inside your cannon, is that considered a jump? Yeah. And they're like, no, it's not considered a jump, or whatever, like la la la. In Super Mario Odyssey, they actually they actually take down every single jump that you do. They notate every single jump that
So
you
every
do.
time you hit
So
that button, they record
every
it.
time you hit that button, it's recorded. Yeah. And so there's one part in the game where like you have to press the A button to get Mario to jump, and they're like, well, there's no way around it. Like la la la. And he's like, wait, but what if I use a second player? Because the second player can control the cap, and what if the cap actually picks him up as opposed to me?
Yeah.
Dude, and he gets into it, and I'm just like, there's
Loopholes.
no way. Yeah, like there's no way. And then like you go and you see him doing his things, and I'm like, this is wild. Like this is just crazy.
I love this
But yeah,
shit.
it's shit that's been going around for quite some time now. I just never knew it existed on the 64. You hear about the regular stuff all the time. Oh, speed run, use the backwards jump to climb up the castle, like blah,
Yeah,
the
you're
stairs
like,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. But this was new to me, and I was just like, well then.
Oh,
all
Simply
right.
was like, because Simply like has gotten multiple world records. He's watching this. He goes, "This shit's insane." He's like, he goes, "I speed run this game, and this shit's insane."
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, speedrunning is a whole sports on its own. I this month I've been doing like random no death runs of Castlevania 4, and I can only make it to stage 3.
yeah.
And I rated somebody who was speedrunning Castlevania, and she had just beaten it. She's like, "Yeah, 34 minutes, PB," and I'm like, "Fuck."
yeah, that does. That's the thing is like I love once you find a game, and Super Mario 64 is that game for me, where watching speed runs of that game are almost like just so artful. Like I just love watching them. So it's amazing. Like it's like some of the stuff it's showing right now. Like I'm not gonna get too much into the video, but it teaches you how to clone stuff in the game to where like basically you can manipulate the code to give you a Goomba in the exact spot where you need it. But not only can you clone that Goomba, but you can only jump on that Goomba one time. So if you have to make a bridge of Goombas, you have to set this whole fucking thing up where you have to like do the same thing like 75 times, and you're just like, what the fuck, to get 1 star. It is dumb.
I saw that in the video, and I was just looking at it, and I was just like, that just I don't have the patience for that shit, dude.
But it made me feel so good because I'm just like, math. I love math because numbers don't lie. That's what I love about it. But no, go check this shit out on YouTube because this shit is bonkers, and you can't just play it in the background. You got to pay attention. Like I said, there's gonna be fucking question, or all this is gonna be on the quiz, so you better be taking notes.
Like even if you don't watch the first video, like watch the first couple of minutes of how he's getting the stars without jumping.
Yeah,
just watching that in its own is like, what?
Well, okay, so you're watching that first video, and there's that YouTube comments like, "Hey, how did you do that without jumping using A?" And then there's a fucking twist to the first video. You're like, this is the dude that revolutionized it all. Like this one little YouTube comment. You're like, what the fuck? That's what got me. When it did that twist at the end of the first video, I was like, oh, I'm in. I don't care how long this next video is. I'm fucking in. Like you got me. Like you got me so good.
Crazy shit, man.
It's so good. Let me see what else I did over here. So we talked about that. I guess I just really got my pickups to talk about now. So when I ordered, remember when I ordered that the Friday the 13th collection and it came all fucked up and everything?
Yeah.
Well, I had to order something else on there to get to a certain amount of money to be able to use one of my credit cards. So I picked up a Blu-ray copy of Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is one of my favorite horror movies, and I have it on DVD, but I just never had it on Blu-ray. So that finally came in. And then I guess Amazon was having some kind of like animated series sale because I got the complete collection of Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray for
fucking solid, man.
$35.
Hell yeah.
Like I feel like I couldn't pass that up. Like it's one of the best cartoons. Like it has the movies on it too. It has
really?
It has the Mask of the Phantasm and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero.
That's pretty fucking dope.
Which Mask of the Phantasm is like one of the best like animated movies ever. Like it's probably could be there's an episode in here that should have had like an Emmy nomination. Like it was so fucking good. Like it's the first time we meet Mr. Freeze. That episode's super good. So,
I mean that whole series was great. I remember watching that series and watching the Superman one. The Adventures of Superman.
I wasn't as big on Superman, but I remember it being solid.
I thought that they were great because they went hand in hand. It was like the same animators, the same like story. create like writers and stuff like that. And I think there's even a crossover episode where if you want to get like the full thing, you'd have to watch it from like both seasons or like from both shows.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
I really like
so
that.
and so it had its moment because I think there's a part where Joker and Luthor team up.
Yeah, Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and he's like, and like Luthor's like, well, I'll handle your Batman if you handle my Superman, type of deal. And you're like, what? Like, no way. Like,
which,
and they talk about it. Like,
by the way, if you ever look up Lex Luthor's symbol and then look up the symbol for a Lexus car, they're fucking identical. They are 100% identical.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm on my soapbox about this, but I have this weird fucking thing. I gotta pull it up now.
Yeah,
Lex
you have to.
Luthor symbol. I'm gonna pull this up. All right, so here we go. If you're watching the stream right now, the Lex, and if you're listening, just Google this. So look at the Lex Luthor symbol, and then we're gonna look at the Lexus symbol. They look pretty fucking similar.
They do. I'm not saying that they don't. They do.
They're not identical, but they're really fucking similar.
Slight differences, yeah.
Anyway, sorry. But no, this comes with all 109 episodes and the 2 movies. For fucking $35. You can't pass that up.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Because
I
remember when they... And it's Blu-ray or DVD?
It's Blu-ray and you get a digital copy.
Yeah, see? There you go. That's even fucking a steal. Because I remember when I was buying... Because I started collecting the Superman ones, and I have season 1 and season 2, I think, and they were like $40 on DVD. So fuck that noise.
Yeah,
you got yourself a steal.
And then I'm still debating. Oh, it's not on sale anymore. Okay, the debate has been. We're good then. So everyone that listens to this podcast, old school veterans of this podcast, know that I love Harvest Moon and I love my Circle Cows. That's just how I like. Harvest Moon has Circle Cows. When Harvest Moon started getting realistic cows, that's when I fucking protested it and wouldn't play Harvest Moon anymore. Circle Cows are my jam, and I found this fucking Harvest Moon. It's a 12-inch cow plushie, so this is a foot-long cow plushie. Mm-hmm. And Amazon was like, hey, this is on sale for $19.99. It's normally $29.99. You want this? And I was like, fuck yes. And then I was like, don't do it. And then now it went back up to normal price. So now I won't buy it because it's not a deal anymore.
Well, I saw that. I saw that on the docket, and I was like, I don't know what reason you chose not to buy it.
Because you would have bought it, right?
Yeah, but all I'm going to say is it sounds like this is going to be another one of those 7-Up ones.
No, don't do that to me.
and you should have bought it.
I should have bought
it. It's round.
I should have bought.
So was a 7-Up one.
For people that don't know, the first MagFest I went to, which was not MagFest, Too Many Games, which was Too Many Games 2019. There was a vendor selling a cool spot. It used to be the 7-Up logo. He's a little spot logo with arms and legs and cool glasses. They had it. It was a huge plushie. I didn't buy it because I'd have to buy it a fucking plane ticket, and I've regretted it since then. And now
this is this cow.
I need this. This looks like if me and Hallie ever did have kids, like this is something a baby could play with. It's soft and it's cute.
Yeah.
So
or Wigwam can tear up, but
fuck Wigwam. I still might buy this. I'm gonna keep this tab open. So
there you go.
Now what's even worse is like I'm gonna buy it and be like, couldn't have got it for the best price because you fucking hesitated.
You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait off. You're gonna hold off on it, and then eventually it's gonna be like out of stock, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
And then it's gonna be like $75, $150
on eBay, yeah,
because it's a collector's item now.
And I'm gonna pull out like 2, like randomly, like,
I got 2, but you don't get one. No.
Yeah, you don't get one. Like, let's go.
All right. Well, that's all I got for my week. That's all I did. So, do we just want to steamroll this bitch and go right into news?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the Scotty Mofa show. Yeah. And now the news.
Yep. So now, well, whenever we go right into the news, you don't have to put the break anymore.
So no, I don't. Yeah,
like,
I didn't do it. Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck is this bullshit? All right, so the only news we got is pretty good news. I'd say this is fairly good news, right?
Yeah, petsovernight.com. I mean, what?
No, fuck you. So no, the news we have is the Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy trailer dropped. and it's looking pretty good. This trailer's looking pretty good. Is all I can say is, for people that don't know what the trilogy is or don't listen, they're like, "What the fuck is this?" It is basically GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and GTA San Andreas, and it's basically the HD remaster of these games because those games are beloved, but you can only really play them on PS2. I don't even think there were ports to PS3 for them.
They are ports to everything, actually. You can get them on you can get them on Steam. You can get them on the PS4.
But they don't look good like this.
Yeah, they're widely available across all platforms, except for unless you're working with a Nintendo console, right?
Yeah.
But that also brought up some of the stuff where people started buying the ones that were available because Rockstar made the announcement and also said, "Hey, just FYI, the original trilogy that's available right now is no longer going to be for sold on digitally." So because people are like, it's not going to be the same, they're not going to have the same music because they don't have the rights to it, like blah 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 blah. And so people started buying them up again, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm good, I'm gonna wait for this. I'm hoping that they have the same music. If one or two songs is missing, I'm not gonna cry about it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
well, the controls will definitely be an upgrade because they're using the GTA 5 controls for this game.
Yeah, they're using
some of
the
that
GTA
older stuff
5.
Is clunky.
Oh yeah, 100%. They're using the GTA 5 control scheme on this, so that's quality of life already. They're using the Unreal Engine to make it look this good. The funny thing, as always, the internet will fucking complain and bitch about everything because they're basically saying this is Grand Theft Auto with a Fortnite skin on it. And to those people, I say, get the fuck out of here.
Sure.
Like,
I didn't care about the character models. Did you see everything else in the background? How much better that looks as well? That's what I care about. So
no, it looks great. I'm ecstatic for it. I'm a big Grand Theft Auto fan. Like I don't really talk about it as much, but I still have all my original PlayStation 2's complete inbox with posters, manuals, and everything.
I never got into the series. I never got into it.
This would be a great way to get it. And you know what? I'm plugging this in there. If you have Xbox Game Pass, San Andreas is going to be free on there.
Yeah.
So it gives you a shot to check it out and see if you want to venture into the other ones. But it's to me, it's a day one buy. But they will have, so it's coming out digitally first. And then in December, they'll have a physical edition.
Yeah, it's coming out on November 11th for $59.99. It's going to be coming out for the Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, the Series X/S, and PC. And then you said a physical release will be on December 7th.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. And okay, so I keep saying petsovernight.com. I remember I put a lot of hours into Grand Theft Auto 3. Grand Theft Auto 3 is funny because it has a lot of at the time wasn't really known music. Like I think if I remember the story right, it's just like a lot of people didn't want to actually give the rights to Rockstar to let their music, because they thought it was like, it's gonna be a flop, like this is gonna be great, like blah blah blah. So they had like a lot of like independent underground, like they had like a drum and bass channel in there. They had a like just like a regular talk show like radio. But one of the stations that I remember that was fucking great was the Flashback Radio. Is what it was called. And it was basically the soundtrack to Scarface. That's all it was. It had Rush to the Yayo, like Push It to the Limit.
Yeah.
So it was really great because like I had heard this and it became like quickly like my favorite station to listen to, and I had never watched Scarface. So when I had to watch Scarface, I was like, holy shit, like wait a second, these two tie in, like blah blah blah. But the other thing that stood out to me is the detail that they always put in this was the commercials that they had in there. Some of the commercials were like the dumbest things ever that they had on there. And one of them was called petsovernight.com, sending little bundles of love and fur to your house, directly to your door overnight. And it was just like, so we were talking about right now, the cats, and I was like, my friend wants it. I was like, petsovernight.com. They'll do it.
That's the name of the podcast episode.
Yeah, petsovernight.com. There you go. So yeah, it's just really great. I'm looking forward to going back to them because, like I said, I did enjoy them. The control scheme didn't age well, nor did I have access to them again like I used to before. So this to me is good. I like it. I'm really excited for it.
Cool. Yeah, I remember my cousin had GTA 3, and my mom was like, "I can't believe you let him have that game," to my aunt. And I was just like, "Okay, it's fine," but like, I never. Every time I picked up GTA, it was just I want to run over some people, and then oh wait, this game has a story. Okay, I don't want to play the game anymore.
Yeah,
And
and you weren't the only one. You weren't the only
okay,
one because I had a buddy of mine. I would like dive into the stories and like beat them and complete them and whatnot. And then I had a buddy of mine like when GTA Vice City came out, he's like, "Dude, let me borrow it." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure, bro." And I'm like eager to talk to him about like the story,
yeah,
how it progresses, because the first Grand Theft Auto 3, your character is voiceless, doesn't say anything. He's a
okay,
mute. He just basically does what he's told,
because
and
you're
that's it.
him. Yeah,
You're him. Vice City, like they went out and like we're gonna
isn't
get
that
Ray
like
Liotta.
basically just Scarface?
It's basically Scarface, and then they
Okay,
get Ray Liotta to voice the main character. So you're like, holy shit!
but
Like
then
they're
there's
getting
a
some star
Scarface
power.
PS2 game that's actually good too. So, and it's just Grand
Yeah,
Theft Auto.
yeah. So it just goes like that, and so my buddy's like, dude, I want to play Vice City. It takes place in the '80s, and I'm like, I want to talk to him about the story.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, dude, have you gotten to this part? Like, what part are you in? He's just like, oh, I don't know, dude. He's like, I just keep running around and like running over people and picking up hookers and blasting
Yeah,
80s music. And I'm like,
he
oh,
plays GTA mindlessly like I did. So,
yeah. And so I was like, okay, like, all right, it is what it is. But so
eh,
it's just to some people's liking. So
hey, we got this remaster from Grove Street Games. They're utilizing the Unreal Engine with a quote unquote completely rebuilt lighting system.
hmm
And like we've said before, it's not just the character models, they're updating fucking draw distances, they got smoother surfaces, high resolution textures across freaking everything in the game. So I'm excited about the remake because I also have a YouTube channel where we do Let's Play series. So it's making me play new games. So I would totally
yeah,
love to jump into one of these. So I'm excited about it.
there you go.
It's good. Like when I watched it, I was like, this is going to be really bad. And then I was like, oh, okay, looks good. It's not
Yeah.
bad at all, actually.
Well, the thing with me is just like as a fan, like I wasn't expecting much out of it either. So when they were showing that, I was just like, man, I was like, it does look really good. Like the transition from one thing to the other, and like how more vibrant it looks and more real life. I was well, not real
Yeah.
life, but like more vibrant, I should say.
It's the lighting is what it really is.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, people can call it Fortnite, whatever. I don't care. I'm buying it.
yeah, I'm gonna check it out
Yeah.
too. So I guess I found who I'm going to be recording with then.
Oh, let's go, dude. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, like I used to put so much things, like even like there's like the plane. They show that plane, the dodo bird plane on there. It's called a
Yeah.
dodo bird because it's not meant to fly.
Right.
It's a prop that they used on there, so like you could just be hovering around and whatnot. But you can actually pilot that thing in Grand Theft Auto 3 to find a secret area that was not accessible. And to
Oh.
me, I'm just like, this is the mindless stuff that I used to do in that game. Like I'm telling you, my sister remembered the routes of the buses where she had
Yeah.
to pick up people and like take them. You can get in a taxi cab and do taxi cab fares. It's
Well,
wild.
back then
It's
games
fucking
weren't
wild.
cheap either. So once we got them, we
Yeah,
were stuck with them. So
yeah,
the problem is they were disc form now. So if you fuck the disc up, then you got real trouble.
yeah,
So
exactly. So,
that's all we
but
got for
no, I'm a,
news. Got some good news.
yeah, beep, 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 beep.
There we
And that
go.
was the news.
Scotty's starting a thing. So
Yeah,
all right, Eddie. If people have questions for us, where should they go?
join the fucking Discord.
You join the fucking Discord, or you can email us at scrubversepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
All right, let's go into the questions. We got a couple questions this week. So the first question we got is from Happy Dude. If you could go back, we're gonna start this by we're pretty sure we've answered this question before, but it's a cool question, so we'll just go ahead and answer it again. It's better than like what's your favorite video game? All right, you fucking know that. All right, so
Earthbound. No,
Earthbound.
Earthbound.
Happy Dude says if you could go back to a trade show like E3 when it was close to the public. I think he means when it wasn't closed to the public, and one particular year to experience it yourself, where and how far back would you go? Okay, so basically, like a specific video game event in history, which one would you like to go and why?
Did he mean because because E3 was close to the public at some point? Are you telling me what event I can go to that was like close to the public that I didn't have access to?
I think what they mean is I think it's how I said it. I think
Yeah.
it's just worded a little weird, but I think it's just like, which one would you be able to go back to? I hope so, because I thought about when the Twilight Princess trailer was revealed. Like, remember that
Okay.
tech demo where they were showing, like, it wasn't even Twilight Princess. They were just showing off, like, basically Link on the GameCube. And they were just like, oh shit, this looks awesome. Like, I would have loved to go to that one to see that one, just to see everyone's reaction, because that's a huge graphical leap from the N64 to the GameCube.
Yeah.
So
If we're going based on that, that was a great moment for sure. Because I remember when they were talking about it and they showed it off, and you're just like, and even this is the era where the HDMI was coming around, and people were just like, well, HDMI is better, and they're like, I don't care. These RGB colors makes fucking Link look fucking phenomenal. So
yeah.
the
Oh
RGB cables is whatnot. But yeah, no, that was a great moment for sure. I think if I could pinpoint out of all the things, I wouldn't have minded being there where the Daigo match, the major counter that happens
Oh, you're
in
talking about
fighting.
Evo Moment 37, I think is what it's called. Yeah,
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 in
yeah.
Third Strike. Yeah, like I would
Yeah, I
have loved
guess
to have been there for that.
so. That's not really a trade show. It's just Evo, so it's a big tournament. But that, I feel you.
Oh,
I would
that's
have
true.
loved.
Trade show, yeah.
I mean, we could, if we want to talk about moments. Yeah, that's one of the ones I want to. I want to see that. I want to see like a bunch of shit. But I'm just talking about, like, I guess, like, reveals that, like, I guess, like, video game reveals it would have to be.
Yeah, we're
Like,
talking trade show. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's nice to see the things like happening and whatnot, but like, yeah, like yeah, I don't think I have a moment for that. I'm not a tech guy, like I guess with like a lot of people where it comes down to that stuff, like, oh, this looks great or this looks awesome, like la da da.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the
Like,
trade
well, the
show
first
stuff
time I see
also
it,
means, like, like the video game conventions and stuff like that, where they're just like, hey, come
yeah.
and check out Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze or something like that.
If I had to point one out, I would probably be when Metal Gear Solid 2 was debuted on the PlayStation 2.
Yep. Yep.
That would have been a good one for me to be like, holy shit, like
Yeah.
that looks fucking
Oh
amazing.
no, I know when Monster Hunter World got like teased. Like, I would have loved to be at that trade, like that announcement. Just be what the, because I was watching it live. Because what happened with, so for real, I don't know, the trailer, like the reveal trailer of like, hey, this is Monster Hunter World, was basically this person, like, you kind of see him like going through like brush, and you don't really, it's just really dark, and they're going through,
Mm-hmm.
and when they walk out, you see this fucking greatsword on their back. And when I saw that,
Oh.
I screamed at the TV. I said, "It's Monster Hunter! They're putting Monster Hunter on current gen!" And we got Monster Hunter World, and I was just like, "Oh!" And Monster Hunter World split the Monster Hunter community. Like,
Yeah.
it split it so bad. I would have loved to just go anywhere that was promoting Monster Hunter World, because they had like the life-size Rathalos. Same for Iceborne. They had all these, like,
That's pretty wild.
I would have loved to go see that shit. That would have been awesome.
Anything life size already has my interest. Like if you have a life
Yeah.
size of Rathalos, I would want to see that.
Yeah.
It's like when what was that the anime Attack on Titan was a big thing,
Yeah.
and the Universal Studios of Japan had actual life size models
Yeah.
of the Titans, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. Chat's
So
saying the one that I would like to go see is the E3 where Sony just got on stage and dropped the price of the PlayStation 1 and walked off stage. that's how they just like announced, they're just like, hey, this is how much it's going to be, and they just walk off.
Yeah, that's exactly. They had a whole presentation, and he's just like, I think it was $299. It was like $299. He's like $299, and people are like, yeah,
Yeah.
and like, oh,
All
all
right.
right.
So our next question comes from Scotty Moe. Scotty Moe is out. I think he's just out because he wasn't feeling too good today. But he asked, "What's your favorite Halloween candy?" Simple
Snickers.
question.
Well, wait, no, hold on. Snickers doesn't categorize as a Halloween candy, right? Candy corn is Halloween candy.
Yeah, like hot pumpkin Reese's is like kind of like a loophole. Like, it's still a
Yeah,
Reese's, but it's
right?
a Halloween Reese's or something like that.
Right off the back, yeah, it's Snickers is the one that comes out to. But if we're talking specifically Halloween candy, I would say the butterscotch candies are my favorite.
Butterscotch, like the hard candies.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do like those. I'm trying to. Milky Way was always mine as a kid, but I know it's not as good anymore as an adult. But I can't think. I actually, people give candy corn a lot of shit. I like candy corn.
I don't mind candy corn.
Candy corn's
Yeah,
fine with me.
I just think it's because it's one of those things because it's everywhere. like people complain about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'll eat a candy corn. Like I won't be like candy corn.
So
I'll be like,
yeah,
yeah, candy corn.
candy corn's not going to be my first choice in anything.
Yeah,
But it's just like, oh, like you're at your grandma's house. You know how your grandma always had that bowl of candy, like open candy that was never covered up. So it was always like M&Ms or some shit like that. And
I'm nodding my head, but I'm like, no. Because my grandmas were in El Salvador.
No, okay. My grandma, she would have, like, they had candy dishes and stuff like that, but some of those candy dishes wouldn't have lids. So this candy's just open. Like, it sounds super disgusting now that I'm talking about it. But no, that's where, like, candy corn would just be down there. I'm like, I'll eat some candy corn. But if it's like that or like a whatchamacallit or, you know, a chunk bar, yeah, fucking give me the chunk bar.
Yeah, no, like I said, Snickers, Reese's Pieces, the butterscotch candies are always the one that stood out for me. M&Ms are the ones that I like. I could go without Skittles. I'm realizing, like I realized like not too long ago that I'm more of a chocolate guy than I am a candy guy. There's a difference.
Yeah,
you know,
you like the decadent sweet over like the fruity sweet.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, except for butterscotch. Like the butterscotch candies are fucking phenomenal,
Really
and I
good.
hated when I got Almond Joys. Fucking hated Almond Joys.
I'm someone
dude.
that doesn't mind Almond Joys. I like
Hated
Almond Joys. I'm an old person at heart because I love Werther's Originals.
The hell's Werther's Original?
That's the caramel candy where it's all the commercial was always the old person pulling them out, and they're just like, "Well, the Werther's Originals, you can get that sweetness that you need." And yeah, it's old people candy is what it is, but it's so it's like creamy caramel, but it's a hard candy.
Okay.
It's super fucking
good. Yeah. Those are good too. Those are good too. I like those, yeah.
But the problem was when I was living in Austin, I was like, I'm going to buy a bag of these and just eat them over a while. Don't do that. I was eating way too many of those motherfuckers every day.
Yeah. So the butterscotch and the Werther's ones, those were the ones that like I would always enjoy when they would stick out. The butterscotch was with the clear gold packaging. The Werther's ones were the gold packaging.
Yeah.
So they're always great.
Do you remember the ones around Christmas that were like the spicy cinnamon, and there were spicy cinnamon ones, and then there was ones. You remember the candies that were in the strawberry wrappers?
Yeah, I remember those.
Those are disgusting, but those are old people candy.
Yeah, they're old people candies because they came in the strawberry, they came in pineapple,
they
came in another one, and it was like hard candy, and then it had like a hint of fucking fruit
in the middle,
and you're like,
you're like, oh, and you're like,
how long has this been here? But yeah, the pineapple ones, the strawberry ones, I remember those. Yeah.
Well, Scotty also asks, do we know of one that needs to be brought back? I don't know of any ones that
strawberry pineapple ones we're talking about right now. Let's bring it back.
I know the candy. So Werther's Originals came out with a candy that were like basically creamsicle candies, where it would be like orange and cream or strawberry and cream or grape and cream.
Yeah. I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
And they don't exist anymore.
Lifesavers? No, they're lifesavers. They're lifesavers, and they still exist. We just can't get them in America. I think they're in Canada, dude. I think they're in Canada.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because there's a Lifesaver cream. Is what they're called. I think cream.
Stop saying cream.
Cream on me.
No.
Cream Savers. That's what they were called. Lifesaver Cream Savers.
That's right. It is Cream Savers.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good either.
Well, guess what? Beginning in September 2021, Cream Savers hard candies will be available nationwide in all 1,400 plus Big Lots across the 47 states. So go to Big Lots and get your fucking Cream Savers, buddy.
Big Lots? Why Big Lots?
Who gives a shit? Go get your Cream Savers.
Who gives a shit? Fucking, God damn it, to USA Today, I don't want to sign up for your fucking, fuck you. I just want to talk about Cream Savers. Oh, man, both. Oh, also, do you remember the sour Altoids?
Click that link.
Do you remember the citrus sour Altoids?
I don't remember sour Altoids at all.
I gotta look those up too. Hold on. Sour Altoids. Those things were so for people that don't know, Altoids are like the breath mints, but for some reason, the Altoid apple sours and the tangerine sours, they came in these little like basically it looked like chewing tobacco
I do remember
tins.
those.
These things were the fucking bee's tits is what these things were, and they just had been discontinued. quietly too. Like you're just like, what happened to that candy? Like 5 years after it's gone. So, oh man, the strawberry. I know everyone liked the orange ones. The orange cream ones are good, but those strawberry ones were so fucking good, bro.
There it is. See, all it takes is a little bit of research.
Just takes a little bit of cream, is what it takes. It's just cream, baby. That's all you got worried about. It's just cream, baby.
Yeah, just cream, baby.
All right, let's see what other questions we got. Scotty's got
It's
one
just
more.
cream, baby. Fuck.
It's just cream, baby.
Yeah.
So he says, ever pull any Halloween pranks? He goes, I water balloons people from my dorm bathroom windows freshman year. I got TP'd once and my dad threatened to call the cops and then my friends came and cleaned it. So
You got TP'd.
I
You
got
haven't pulled
TP'd when
any.
I wasn't home and my dad called me getting pissed off and I was with my friends because half of my friends had left to go TP my house. And when they got back, I said, my dad's going to call your dad because my friend's dad was a cop. And he was like, oh no, we'll go back and clean it. And they went back and cleaned it. And I was just like, hey, like, I guess I don't have to worry about pranks.
I pulled. I mean, I shouldn't say I pulled. I partook in a TP once, and I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. It's a white people thing.
It's a white people
It's a very,
thing.
it's a very, very like I just do not understand it. I don't get it. Like I didn't feel the thrill of it. And I remember
fucks
that
up
night.
your yard if it rains and you don't clean it in time.
Yeah, and I guess, but in the West Coast, it's like during October, there's like no rain, no nothing going on.
Yeah, it's like
it's just kind of more of an annoyance. And it was, and I say it because like I was like, it just happened to be one of those weekends where I happened to be in the valley, hanging around with my white friends, and they're like, we're gonna go TPing and we're gonna throw some eggs like at houses, and I'm just like, I don't understand the purpose of this, like at all. Like I just genuinely, this is not like, ooh, like I so. No, I am not. Well, I mean, yeah, that was it.
I think that was really the only thing I ever did. Oh no, my school started like saran wrapping cars. So a lot of people in my high school worked at like somewhere like a restaurant or something like that. So they had easy access to large amounts of saran wrap. So basically you saran wrap the doors around. And you're just like, what the fuck? I can't get in that. So you got, unless you have a pocket knife, you're going to be there a while trying to get into your fucking car. But I never got that. My friends so my first car was a 1991 Geo Prism. It was a stick shift. And we went to McDonald's one day. I had the windows down. And we just went inside because there was nothing in the car. Like I was like, no one's going to worry about that. And then I look out and my friends have turned the e-brake on my car off and are just pushing my car down the parking lot. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like I had to run out and go get my car. Yeah. They like to fuck with, like they went a little crazy with their fuck ups. So
that's wild.
It's a white people thing is a good explanation for many things. So, it's a white people thing. It's crazy.
Oh no.
Let's see. Our next question from Leftover Ginger. Do you have a really strange or weird Halloween costume that you wore as a kid or something that kids wouldn't be able to wear today? For example, in 4th grade, my mom made me dress up as an African-American woman for school. Okay.
I need to know more about this.
We might need to talk offline about this.
Yeah. Jeez, I don't really have.
I've got one, but it's really mild.
Go ahead. Go while I think of mine.
So I dressed up as a bum one year. Like a railroad traveling bum, like with the stick and the bandana full of all my belongings and everything.
Yeah.
But my mom, so I guess it was like face marker or something like that. She made it look like I had facial hair, but it basically just looked like half my face was black.
Yeah.
And it looked really, really weird because I still see pictures of it growing up. And I just like, I don't know, this is a little weird. This is really weird.
No, it's the old school hobo. I get it. Like
yeah, but it doesn't look great. Like yeah, it doesn't.
You're pulling it off right now, technically.
Don't do that. I also told the story where it was 1st grade, and my mom it was Halloween. We went to school on Halloween, so my mom was like, "Well, I'm gonna dress you up," and I guess my mom just didn't get the memo that my teachers told everyone not to dress up because they weren't going to do that. My mom dressed me up as Sonic and put shit in my hair to make me have spiked hair and painted my face to look like Sonic's face. And I had this costume and everything. I show up the only one in costume. And my teacher goes, "You have to take him home and clean him up. I can't have him here like that." And my mom was just like, "Fuck you, lady." But everyone that saw me standing at the door, they're like, "You look so cool." I was like, "I know, I'm Sonic."
You're like, I'm Sonic.
And I remember I had to go take a shower, and then she brought me back to school, and I was like, "This is bullshit."
That's funny. That's fucking crazy. I just what show was that it reminded me of? Oh no, it's the Simpsons episode. That's what ends up happening, where like the kids go to school with lice.
Yeah,
so they get sent home in cardboard boxes in a potato sack.
Yeah, and then child or protective services show up.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. It's just
that's the episode when the kids
different.
get taken away. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's great.
I don't have anything as a kid that was like controversial or anything. A lot of my kids back, like I used to give my parents a lot of shit, but not realizing like at least they were making an effort and trying. Because like that was around the time when like a lot of the cool costumes were coming out and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we used to go to like the dollar store and get like those very like fake plastic masks.
Oh yeah.
You know which ones I'm talking about? Yeah, with the like little not even a shoestring. It's like a little rubber string or whatever.
The mask had no texture to it. If you just poked it, there was a dent in it. Like
yeah, exactly. So it was one of those things like those were my costumes like growing up as a kid, so I really didn't have anything like controversial or anything like that. Yeah. It was just cheap costumes and stuff like that.
Basically, the question is, did your parents ever put you in blackface? Is basically what the question is.
But I do have a story as an adult where I once dressed up as Fidel Castro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and the thing about it is that like I was like jokingly like this is gonna sound all sorts of fucked up, but I mean there's no really way on how to
I'm glad we have a podcast.
Yeah, but basically I was working for a pawn shop at the time. I was working for a pawn shop at the time, and the owner was of Jewish descent. And he was being a real dick. Like he was just being a real like dick, a real like, you know, prick. It was just one of those things that just like he's an asshole like type of thing and whatnot. You know, so Halloween came and they were just like, hey, we're going to have a costume contest. People get to dress up. And the question I posed to myself was, can I pull off Adolf Hitler?
Wow, Eddie. Wow. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I didn't.
That's fine.
Because I was, because I was like,
up.
Because it's fucked up on so many levels. You hate the person, you dislike the person, but you don't want to go.
I get it.
route.
You're like, what if I did that? I'm not going to do it, but what if I did it? You're like, and then I shouldn't do that.
Right, and it wasn't like I was going to be representing the symbols or anything like that, or like la la la. Like I even told myself I'll just wear a circle with the little X, like with metal slug. But it's just like no, it's too on the nose to not realize what it's supposed to be, right?
Right.
So then I was just like, well, fuck it. I guess I'll be Fidel Castro instead. I'll be another dictator that people hate. Okay. And I went with Fidel Castro.
You were just on one. You could have been a ghost or a kid
and I ended up going as Fidel Castro. I remember I bought like the military cap, the green covers, the boots, the belt. I was around smoking a fake cigar, and I had like the thing. Well, shit. Sure enough, we had a customer who came in, and I completely like just ruined his day. Like completely, like just ruined his day.
Because he's probably escaped from Cuba.
Yes. So he comes in with the intent of pawning some stuff to get more money.
Right.
He sees me, turns around, comes back like about an hour later, and pulls all his shit out. Like he's just like, I don't want to have anything to do with you guys. Yeah, like he's like, I don't want to have anything to do with you guys. He's like, you guys are fucking a joke. And people are like, why? And they're like, because that motherfucker over there is dressed up as Fidel Castro. And I'm like, and mind you, I'm over here going around fucking doing the Married with Children Fidel Castro, where he's like friends with Jefferson, and so he's like, Jefferson, ¿qué pasa, amigo?
Yeah, he doesn't see that.
Yeah, no. So I fucking dude.
We lost the customer for this story. Because that's fucked up, Eddie.
Yeah, we lost the customer. I got written up for it, and I got sent home.
Wow.
And so I mean, hypothetically, I guess it was one of those things. Yeah, it was just really fucked up.
You live and you learn, just like
You live
Crush
and you
40.
learn. I dressed up as him 2 more times after that.
You
Let's go.
fucking idiot.
But
You fucking idiot.
so yeah, no, it was just it was really, really crazy stuff. But yeah, that's all I got.
Holy
That's
shit.
all I got.
All right, sure. Fucking sure.
Yeah.
That's all we got. That's all we got for this week.
It was fun while I was here.
Yep. Cancel culture, get ready, Eddie. Here it comes. So
Let's go.
all right, Eddie, what are you gonna be doing? What are you gonna be doing this week?
Woo! What am I gonna be doing this week? It's Halloween week. I really don't have much going on besides finishing Castlevania. But I hope I can do that. I will be doing my Nest cosplay for Thursday. For Earthbound Thursdays that we do. And then Friday I will be playing Doki Doki Literature Club for the first time. So that's going to be that to finish off the week. I'm also going to be trying to fuck up my schedule my sleeping schedule as much as I can, because I will start work on November 1st.
Hey.
And it's a graveyard position. So I will be working some fucked up hours. It's the best worst schedule because I'll be off Wednesdays and the weekends.
But is it okay to say where you're working?
Yeah, I'm working for our overlord, Jeffrey Bezos.
No, you're working on the set. You're working on Dick Rocket #2 is what you're working on, Eddie.
Yeah, and I can finally make that streamer money that everybody talks about. So
you're going to be a daytime streamer now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be making a daytime streamer. Yes, and he's cam froze and he looks so sad.
Yeah, I had to go back.
But yeah, no. So I gotta fuck up my schedule because I'll be working from 7 p.m. to 5:30 in the morning. Which basically, means I'm going to be a day streamer as I work for Amazon in the fulfillment packages. So when you don't get your package in the mail, it's probably because of me. So
you got to learn your hub so you can be like, yo, over here at this hub, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm fucking everybody's package up.
Oh,
this is going to who? Fuck them.
I hope your future employers don't listen to this. Don't tell them you have a podcast.
Yeah, right? Shit.
All right. I got recordings to do. I'm recording a new series with Chris. We're recording that, and then Scotty and I are recording the Static Zone podcast. We're going to be covering the Army of Darkness movie. I got to watch it again before Tuesday, and then Scotty and I are going to be streaming Ill Bleed on Wednesday night. We're going to be showcasing chapters except for the first chapter because we always talk about the first chapter on the Dreamcast marathon. So I've got save files that we can explore each chapter. And then what else do I got? We got Terrordrome on Thursday. And then Friday, Scotty and I have a recording for Mega Man Legends. So I have a busy fucking week coming up. So, but yeah, just keep watching the YouTube for us. Like those YouTube videos are doing good numbers. It seems like everyone's enjoying them. We're going to start putting out even more episodes, so just be ready for that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, even if it's just like, I like the red color, and put it on a comment and put it on there. We don't care. So, but
there you go.
That's all we got. So
that's all we got.
We're going to get on out of here. Y'all have this is the last one before no, we got one more. It'll be on Halloween or the day after. Yeah. So y'all have
we decided to do one on Halloween. It's basically going to be you and me, and we're dressing up as Ness and Sonic.
All right, there it is. So there's going to be a Halloween one regardless. There it is. So there's the answer. But okay, bye. All right, who are we raiding, Eddie?
Whoever you want, buddy.
Let's see. I see Orochi's on.
Orochi's finishing up. He's been going on 4 hours, I think, of his garbage day. But I mean, it's not a bad choice.
We could go raid the Fat Juice. He's playing Resident Evil 4.
Oh, let's go say hi to the Fat Juice. He's a good dude.
He's a good dude. So we'll go ahead and go raid. Also, I got to remember, this is weird. So I know your camera probably froze too.
I'm stopping my recording, just FYI.
All right, I'll stop mine real quick. All right, we're going to go raid. Who did I say we were raiding? Oh, the Fat Juice. That's who we're raiding.
Fat Juice, yeah. And I call the Dr. O. He's actually raiding somebody right now, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, this raid should be going through. It doesn't give me the notification anymore, so we just got to wait for the countdown and for it to go over.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's because I'm going through Restream, and it doesn't show me the message. so it's kind of dumb. So I have to wait for the message to go down, and then it'll just automatically rate us. So we're just gonna sit here and keep talking until I'm watching Fat Juice's stream right now until it shows that we have rated him. Then that's what we're gonna do. So
Really? That's odd.
yeah, Restream's a little weird. So
Oh, it's because you're using Restream. That's right. Okay, gotcha.
so it's still showing.
I think it shows the counter on my end because I'm mod. So I'll let you know if it does.
Okay. Well, I did raid. /raid the Fat Juice.
Yeah, but it's still counting down. We're like halfway, so we got like about 20 seconds still.
Shit! What are we gonna do? How are we gonna
talk? Penis.
No, you can't say that on TV.
What? Why not?
Wait. The Scrubverse podcast is rating the Fat Juice. Oh God, we're only halfway through. I see the bar ticking down.
Not for me. We're about a quarter way. We got 10 seconds, buddy.
Oh shit! Here we go. Raid call. Raid call. We don't have one for this channel. We don't have emotes.
Don't say penis.
Don't say penis. Don't do that. Don't do that in this chat. I'll ban you from this channel if you do that. Don't do that. Here we go.
Don't say it.
There we go. We're out.
Yeah.